Morning, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, panelists, Mr. Raid, Dr. Dumebi, Mudupe Ashiru, Emeke Chukwuka. My name is Samuel Eviewu. I'm the team lead professional examination of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria. So good afternoon to our esteemed student community, our stakeholders, those I call you our employer, the same way the trader also call you our employer, because without you, we can't be here today to have this session. We can't be here working. So we are here to serve you. We want to let you know that today's webinar, it's a bit, it's special and unique from the regular webinar we've been having in the past. In fact, I would say this is the first time we're having this type of webinar this year. And what makes it unique or different? Today we have two subject matter experts on this call. Okay, so two subject matter experts on this call. So if you can hear me, can you type yes in the chat box? Awesome, thank you. So like I was saying, that we have two examiners or accordance subject matter experts to attend to our concerns about the examination. So we have one from the HR group. So if you have issues around the employment relations, advanced HR, one or two HR metrics, intro to our human resource management, please feel free to ask your questions here today. And also for the finance and accounting related subjects. So we have our subject matter experts on this call today. So it's a loaded and a webinar today. So we encourage everyone who has not joined this session, please reach out to your friends, your colleagues to please try and join this webinar, because it's an important webinar today. So please reach out to your friends and your colleagues who are here to join. So but before I call them on, but before we move forward, I would like to remind everyone that the December diet examination will be written on Friday, December 13th, and Saturday, December 14th, 2024. And registration is still ongoing. Deadline for registration is on December 2nd. So registration will close on the 2nd of December 2024. So for those who are yet to register for this examination, you still have the time to register for your examination. And if you're having any challenges or hiccups in the process of registering for your examination, please reach out to us via our official email address. That's exams@cipmnigeria.org, exams@cipmnigeria.org. So if you're having issues with registering, please send us an email. Okay. And also we have our MOU partners that their students are also writing our examination. So for those in that category, they don't have issues with registering online, because they get to register through their school coordinators. There's a manual form that has been sent to you through your coordinator. So you register through your coordinator and submit through your coordinator before the deadline dates. And trust me that you get your exam photo card. So for those who have registered manually, please try and check your emails for your exam photo card. And if you are yet to receive your photo card, be patient and be rest assured that you will get your photo card before the end of this week. At least majority of students that registered manually have we've sent photo card to your email. So if you register manually, and who are the people that register manually? These are students who had issues during the last examination that were rescheduled at no cost. So students in this category are to register manually by filling the CIPM manual examination form and submit to us. Then there are few students in the foundation that are also having issue not in portal not allowing you to select, but are not allowing students to select the diet. So such students in that category to send us an email. They will be registered manually. Note that exam manual registration is not for everybody. So don't just say because my friend had registered manually and asked the form, you now ask your friend to share the form with you and the account details. No, it doesn't work that way. If we did not send you a manual form, please don't try to register manually, because we have the record of the people who are to register manually, and we have record of students that we send manual form to. Because we have cases whereby students will just go and get these institute account details and make payment directly into the institute account without even notifying us that they've made payments. And such students will now be expecting us to schedule him or her for the examination. It doesn't work that way. So you need to let us know that if you're having issues with registering online, there are ways to go about it. Some as a result of the banking network, and we advise on how to go about it. We have 3 payment gateway: InterSwitch, Paystack, and eTransact. And these 3 payment gateway, they are working. They are working perfectly. So, but at times there might be a network issue. Sometimes the network might be slow. So that's why some might not be able to get through with the payments. So, but be that as may be, if you're having issue with your payments, please notify us. And one important thing is for those who have successfully registered and made payments through the portal, please ensure that you download your photo card immediately you complete the payments. It is very important. If you're having issue downloading your photo card, contact us as soon as possible so that we can rectify it if there are any technical issue. But if there are no technical issue, once you complete your payments, please go ahead and download your photo card. That's the final stage, and that's what moves your name into the list of candidates to be scheduled for the exam. If you made payment and you did not obtain your photo card, your name will not be moved to the list of candidates who register for this diet. Please, let's not forget this. So as we move on, like I said, we have our examiners, subject matter experts on this call. So I will call on Mr. Dr. Dumebi. Just give us an opening remark, short remark for the students and community before we go into the Q&A session. Over to you, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sam, for this opportunity to be with the students. Like you said, we're here to discuss with the students and advise them on the best way to approach the examination for them to be successful. I'm subject expert for, I hope you're hearing me, please.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
For HR group with major in employment relations. And we have observed that the failure rate for employment relations is very high. And in recent times, I want to assure you that employment relations is not a very difficult subject. It's not a very, very difficult subject, just that it's a kind of abstract in nature and that require you to study very hard, and it will be fine. What we should know, firstly, is that we have the study pack with 12 chapters, 189 pages. And we should know that questions coming from all the chapters. So it's not an examination you're going to just read chapter 1, 2, and 3 and forgo the other ones. You must take time to go through all the chapters one by one. If there are 12 chapters and you dedicate time to study them, then of course, I'm sure you're going to be able to do well. More so, we also know that there are 3 levels of questions that we ask. The recall question, comprehension, and what is called the application questions. And I'm sure it's on the application question that students have lots of challenges, mainly because you are not just asked to know, but you need to know how to apply the knowledge you've acquired from the study pack and also from other areas. Again, employment relation is a very dynamic area of study. For example, in the study pack, you're going to see so when they ask you a question on minimum wage, it was 30,000 when the study pack was written, but today it has moved to 70. So you have to move also with time. Apart from reading the study pack, you must follow the trend in employment relations. I think that's just all for now, but I can assure you that it's not a very difficult area of study if you put your mind to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dumebe, for that short remark and introduction. So we also like to call on Mr. Rahid, just give us a short introduction and remark for the student community. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel, for giving me this opportunity to attend to this sensitization with the student community. And good afternoon, Dr. Dumebe. My name is Rahid. As have been said by Dr. Dumebe, there's nothing difficult about this examination for the benefit of the students. It's just that some students, you see some candidates when they want to write professional exam, they start the preparation maybe 2-3 weeks to the exams, which is not expected to be of any candidate writing professional exams. And as an expert in the field in accounting, I'm a chartered accountant, and I want to advise or suggest to the candidates that as far as the decision maker, as far as the human resources is concerned, because there's no how in an organization that we want to have a board meeting, we have to have a board meeting without considering the human relation or the human resources. Definitely you will be there, and you don't expect any accountant to be at the meeting and start talking all the jargons, accounting jargons, and expected you not to have known little or nothing about what they are saying. So it is very important when we talk of accounting and accounting for finance and managers, because we discovered that lately we'll be having a high number of students not meeting up to the standard. We'll be having a high number of students failing the subject, which is not supposed to be. So I want to encourage the student, please, devote time. This is a professional exams. I want to advise all the candidates writing the institute exam that they should try as much as possible to devote time in preparation for the institute exams. You understand? So I wish all of you success in the next exam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rahid, for the short introduction and advice to the students. So to the student community, we are moving to the Q&A now. Please, if you have any issues around the subjects that we talked about, please, you have the floor to ask your questions, and I can assure you that all your questions will definitely be answered. So at this point, I will just, once I call your name, you unmute and you ask your questions. So Olajumoke Ojo, please unmute and ask your question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I want to make a complaint. I actually wrote September diet and I passed 2. So I'm supposed to receipt for just 3, but going to my portal now, I saw that I'm supposed to pay for all the papers again. So I don't know what's happening. If that is
what level did you write in September?
Intermediate 1. Intermediate 1, September.
How many subjects did you pass?
I passed 2.
Okay, so you're expected to retake the 3 subjects.
Yes, but on my portal is showing that I'm going to pay for all the 5 now.
Okay, so for that, we are going to register you manually for the 3 subjects. So send us an email to exams@cipmnigeria.org.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I was actually trying to make my payment today, and I'm not saying that I'm going to pay for the 5 instead of 3.
So that's what I've just answered you now. You register you manually. So send an email to us. You can send me the payment today. Send an email, you get the form, and then you fill the form and make the payment.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. So you don't have questions for our examiners who are here? Okay, Abdulafiz. Ogusanya. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. My question is that, like some of us, we don't have time to attend the tutorial classes because we also work on Saturday, and I've done some exam previously with other organization whereby we only study the study pack. So, but my challenge is that the accounting part, it's not that it is too hard. Should I say some of the examples, so the calculations are not, the calculation, there are errors in the calculation, so which bothered me too much. So, and we don't have time to be attending the study back. How can we go along with that, sir?
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Wright, sir.
Thank you very much, my distinguished student. You raised, if I can get you right, you raised two questions. Number one on your part, and number two, you said you noticed that there are errors. How do you confirm on the question that there are errors? Because before the question will be downloaded to you for you to assess, the institute must have gone through it and discovered that they are all error-free. So how do you know that they are error? Because you said you don't have time. We do have time because you go to office on Saturday and you don't have time to go for tutorial. And don't forget, the essence of having the tutorial lesson or the tutorial center is to guide you, because some of you might be coming from different fields. Is to guide you along with the park. The park is there for you to attend to. Any challenges, you throw it to the instructor at your study center. You need to devote time. These are professional exams and not school exams. You said it that you hardly have time to attend to both the study park and also to attend the lectures. So you just have to devote time for professional exams. And again, I can't believe that you said there are errors on the question as far as the questions are concerned. I can't believe, because to tell you that we don't say, the examiner doesn't set anything outside the park. Check your curriculum. If you look at the accounting aspect, we're having two accounting aspects as far as the profession is concerned. We're having one, introduction to financial accounting and management accounting, and also the human resources and finance for managers. Okay, they are related. You just have to devote time for the institute exam.
Sir, are you still?
I'm with you.
Okay. The reason why I noticed that there are errors is that it's not that I have time to read. Okay. So I read while at work when I'm less busy, and I also read on Sunday, and I also read overtime and overnight. It's just that Saturday we do come work, so Sunday we prepare for Monday. So that is why I don't have enough time to go to study center. Because I solve most, I do solve the questions because I've written a professional exam with some with the Nigerian Institute of Management, whereby we also did this kind of thing, and by the same curriculum. So I saw that the parameters used in the question somehow different from what it's like using 20,000 now reverting to 2,000. It's just like typing error. So that is what I mean. Not that the question are not correct, just that the typing error, which somehow confused me a lot. So that is what I mean. Thank you for answering.
Okay, you are saying that they are typo error?
Yes.
I found that I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Sorry. Let me come in there. So, if you said there are typo error, it's a feedback. We will go back and check, but at least we'll try as much as possible to avoid any typographic error in any of the the study packs. So, but we'll definitely go and check. Okay, and if there are any typo, we will see how we can make that corrections. So thank you, Hafiz.
Thank you for answering.
Esther Olaniwaju.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My question is to the finance lecturer, because I'm writing the intermediate 2 exam and I have 2 calculation courses, that's finance and statistics, economics partially. So I don't know, are we permitted to go into the exam mode with plain papers? Because having to calculate finance, for example, without having any paper, with just the calculator on my screen, I don't think that would be so convenient, because that means I have to keep a lot of things in my head rather than jotting them down on a paper. Then I follow the steps through before I get to the finance. So I'm asking, are we permitted to go in with paper or not?
Yes, on the examination, actually for the calculation related subjects, yes, you are permitted to go into the exam or with a plain sheet and a pen. So, but note that before you commence the examination, you must declare the plain sheets to your
Okay.
screen, so that the system will record that it's actually a plain paper. And mind you, you're also expected to carry out a 360-degree scanning of your room, including the table you are using. So we don't expect to see any other book apart from the plain paper. If there are any other paper or book, the system will flag you, and it might lead to examination misconduct or malpractice. So, but you are allowed to come in with a plain paper for calculation subjects.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Shala Kolawale.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon. So yes, I noticed that I'm writing the candidate 1 receipt. I have 1 course to receipt. So each time I use my PC to access my portal, I discover that the annual fee is always reflecting on my portal. But then when I use my phone to access my portal, I discover that it does not show. And the first time I tried registering, I saw I couldn't use my phone to register. So I had to use my system. So I've been having that issue with my payments. It's still showing annual fee when I use my
Have you been able to make payments?
No,
Have you been able to make
I
payments now?
I wrote the September diet, so I made the annual fee payment, but it's reflecting again on my PC.
Okay, so send an email to exams@cipmnigeria.org with your student number and a screenshot of the page that is reflecting the amount.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks.
David, please unmute and speak. David. Paul Babawale.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everybody.
Okay, good afternoon, David.
Yes,
Is that
I
David
raised. Yes, David.
Okay, go on,
David.
please.
Yes, I raised my hand because I wanted to ask. The registration I had was for a receipt, two P2 courses I need to retake, and one intermediate, one course. Sorry, one P1 course rather. So my question is, my photo card shows that, I mean, it's on the part of P1, I can see one course there. On the part of P2, I can see all the courses there. I don't know, am I supposed to write all the courses, or is
Okay,
just
so
the one?
how many subjects did you fail in PE2?
Sir?
How many subjects did you register for PE2?
For P2, just two subjects.
Okay, so the two subjects you register for are the subjects you are going to write.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so I think I need to, for this session we have now, the questions that will be entertaining should be for the subject matter experts that we have on the call. So if you have questions around the photo card registration issue, please wait till when we move to that session. So the session we have currently is for the examiners. If how you're having issues with your questions, exam, how can you be supported to ensure that you know how to tackle these questions. So that's the session we have at the moment. So if you have any other questions that is not related to what our guests can attend to, please wait till when we move to that session. Okay. Thank you. So Paul Babawale, you can unmute and ask a question.
Thank you, Mr. Sam. I've always enjoyed these sensitization sections, and kudos to the body. You've been doing very well in ensuring we become high flyers. Okay, so I'll append my question to where we have the general section, because it's not related to answering of questions, right? So it's just related to what you just mentioned. So I will just hold on, sir.
All right. Thank you, Paul, for the understanding. So Temitope Ogunleye.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. I was trying to go through the question and answer to see if the question has been answered. My question is, I want to confirm what the format, this is my first exam that I'll be taking. I want to confirm what format of question I was supposed to prepare for. So I've gotten various feedback, people telling me that theory and objective, and some people are insisting that it's just objective. I've seen past questions with 60 questions, some with 50. And I mean, these various feedbacks is getting confusing. So I don't know if I can get a confirmed response as to how the format of exam is supposed to be. Is it theory? Is it objective? I've seen past questions that is strictly objectives, but some people keep insisting that it's both theory and objectives. And the number of questions, it kind of, if you're preparing, you know how exactly you're supposed to apportion your time to each question. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Temitope, for the question. So first thing first, I want to advise you, if you need genuine information, please contact CIPM directly, or you go to CIPM website. Okay, so don't get confused by your colleagues or people, so as you said. So for now, the institute examination is purely MCQ. Okay, it's purely MCQ. So currently we don't have theoretical type of questions. It's objective, OBJ, all true, and it's 50 questions per subject. Okay, so for the past questions that you are saying 60 questions, 50 questions, yes, So the reason why you are saying 60 questions is because you see more than we upload more than 50 questions because the questions are being randomized and picked by the system. Okay, so but on that examination day, you are to take 50 questions. You can't see more than 50 questions on the examination day. So that's why you are saying more than 50 questions in the past questions. That's it's clear enough.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Olaleye.
Okay, I think I will defer my question to the general one, sir. It has nothing to do with this session.
Oh, okay. Eugene Etienne. So if your questions are not related to this session, you can just please lower your hand so that we know that we don't have questions for our guests. So if your questions is not related to this session we have currently, please lower your hand. Etienne.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. I want to. I have two questions, but I'll defer the other two because they don't pertain to you. But I want to ask about the HR metrics and analytics. And I'm happy you brought the subject expert to this webinar. Please, the HR metrics that I wrote in the previous diet, I have a little complaint, and that is that it was loaded with too much calculation. And this exam is limited to 1 hour. So by the time sometimes the students want to confirm or do his own calculation to find the appropriate answer to a particular question, there is no time for that. So I think it will make a lot of sense if the side of the calculation is either reduced or the time is extended a little bit just for that subject matter. Thank you.
Okay, Etienne, thank you. Doctor, maybe you want to speak to that? Or just take it as feedback? Hello, doctor.
I'm trying to. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yes, you know, when you look at the subject itself, is human resource metrics and analytics. That means you're going to require lots of calculations, to deal with. However, like I mentioned earlier, that there are 3 categories of questions, and our system here follows the Bloom taxonomy. So when we have a set of questions that are recalled, depends on your level, it graduates. Suppose we have 10 recall, we're going to have like 25 comprehension, and of course, application will be another set of notes that will complete it 50. There is no way we're going to reduce the number of calculations because that is what it's meant for. HR metrics and analytics is pure calculations. However, if you're asking for the question to be softened so that they are not something that's going to take you a long time, that is okay because we also take note of that. An examiner, we know that 50 questions for 1 hour means you require about 1 minute plus to answer the question. So we're not going to give you complex questions that you cannot answer, attempt within 1 minute. But I can assure you that if you study the study pack well, those questions are not difficult. They are not too difficult. They don't require lots of elaborate calculations. Just that we need to understand, and I have this issue about people having this phobia for calculation, that once it's calculation, they think it's a very difficult thing. But once you understand it, of course, they are not so much of difficult task to do. And also, you are not expected to score 100%. Pass mark 50, if you're able to score out of 50 questions, that is 102 questions per 2 marks per question, and you're able to score half of that, you almost passed. But I can assure you that for the purpose of you being a professional, you'll be able to understand and internalize all the concepts given to you in the study pack. Again, for HR analytics, metrics analytics, almost all the questions will come out from the study pack. And so if you study your study pack well, you surely will be able to answer the questions. Most of the theoretical questions are from other aspects of HR. HRM 1, Human Resource Management 1, Employment Relations, Economics and the whole of that, Labor Market and the whole of that are more of the theoretical questions. But for this particular one, it's purely calculation. And we expect that people should be able to answer some of these questions. Like I said, questions are drawn from all the chapters, all the topics in the study pack. All the topics are covered. So you're going to get questions from topics that are qualitative in nature, and also going to get questions from topics that are quantitative in nature. So you cannot shy away from those quantitative courses. I don't know if that will actually help to answer your question.
Okay, it does, and yes, it does. I will appreciate the first point you raised, that perhaps if the question should be softened, I think it will help a lot. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
No, but that is not about. Be rest assured that CIPM wants as many people as possible to pass the exam. So the exams are not things that you cannot surmount. Just take time to study to go through the study pack. The only challenge is like what one of your colleagues just mentioned, that you people don't have time, like to attend the what do you call it now? The study center, to go to study center and also even have time to read because we are working. But I'm sure these are not a difficult question that you cannot surmount. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, too. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Okay, so I'm getting feedback from the participants. So for intermediate 2 students, don't assume this is a professional 2 cases. No, we are here to cover also all subjects. We have HR-related courses in intermediate 2. We have a comparative resource management is intermediate 2. We have workforce planning is intermediate 2. So don't assume that we are speaking mainly on professional 1 and 2. So at the same time, you also learn how to tackle these questions, irrespective of the subject matter expert that we have on this call. You can learn on how to attend finance and accounting related questions. I see apply the same logic in other subjects. So just an advice. Thank you. So Owenaze, please submit and answer question. Hello, Owenaze.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Speak louder.
It's hard for my side. Can you hear me?
Okay, better now. Please move closer to your device there. Go on, please. Go on.
Taking the questions and answers section. So see that people don't do waivers, like writing 5 paper. How many will you fail? Maybe waived before you get to the next client, the next level. That's what I wanted to confirm. Like, is it that I have to pass all papers? Maybe I'm writing profession 1, I have to pass all papers inside profession 1, but I can go ahead to profession. So, like P2 or
Okay, so
like
the way CIPM examination is that you must pass all your subjects. There's no waiver. Okay, so the only thing we do is exemption, and that is given at the point of admission. So if you are admitted to start from intermediate 2, for instance, so you're expected to pass all subjects in intermediate 2, all subjects in PE1, all subjects in PE2. So there's nothing like waiver.
yeah. So what's the deadline for payment for the exam?
December 2nd.
December 2nd. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let's go to the Q&A and read out questions. So before we allow others to speak. Okay, so please have made payments. No, please. Okay, so anonymous attendees asking, please, how can I get past questions for intermediate 1 diet? Okay, so we have past questions on our portal, on our website. In fact, we just updated the past questions up to June 2024 diets. So we have past questions for all the stages. And as close as June 2024 diet. So just go to the website under examination, click on past questions. And the good thing about the updated past questions is that we made it in a way that you will take it as if you're taking a mock exam. Okay, so you use that to practice, and at the end of the day, you get to see your performance. So that's what we've introduced in the past questions. So go to the website and go and try these questions there. They are there for you. So someone is saying that HR metrics and analytic pure calculation, that's the middle point. I've read the manual from finish to end. Well, I didn't see calculations. I'm in PE1. Am I studying the wrong study pack, please? Okay, so Doctor, do you want to speak to that?
The human resource metric, like I mentioned, is calculate quantitative costs. It's a quantitative subject. And that is what it is. So most of the questions that are going to be coming from there will be quantitative. However, you're likely going to see some qualitative questions. I remember you have different topics. You have different topics in the study pack. So, and all of them will be covered in the examination. None of them will be left out. Every chapter will be covered from chapter 1 to the last chapter, which is chapter 5. There are just 5 chapters, but each of these have to deal with quantitative aspects of the chapters. If you look at chapter 5, for example, those that have the study pack, we see that it's all human resource information system, which may not necessarily be all through calculations, but there will be calculations too. So anybody who is preparing for this particular one should try as much as can to be quantitative inclined, tune your mind that, there are things you can do. They are not like complex calculations. For example, they say productivity ratio. You're talking about productivity over labor, number of labor used and all that. It's just as simple as that. They are not very complex calculations. And like I said, all of these questions are within the study pack. The beauty is that for HR metrics, most of the application courses, application questions will be from the study pack. We are not lifting questions, but you're going to see them reflect from the study pack. They are not like scenario questions in other areas, because these are what they're going to ask you. Somebody has done this and that, calculate this. There's almost every aspect of HR is covered. One other thing you need to know is that you must understand the HR value chains for you to be able to solve the quantitative aspect of it. If you are talking about recruitment and selection, for example, you must know what recruitment and selection is before you be able to calculate, things that are related, the metrics that are related to it. So they are all interrelated. But the truth is that, yes, you're going to see lots of calculation, what's it called, questions in it, which are application questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dimebi. Just in addition to what Dr. just said now. So if you are writing a CIPM examination, if you don't know it, you don't know it. That's the truth about the CIPM professional examination. So sometimes you might read questions, a pack. Okay, so, and by the time the questions have been asked, we ask a question in a way that's in an application form. So if you actually understand the subject matter itself, and if there's any question, an application question in particular, that comes your way, then you should be able to attempt such an application question. But if you are reading a pack just for reading's sake, and not to and you're not reading to understand, then when it comes to examination, you might find it a bit challenging. So what you should take away from this session is that try as much as possible to understand the pack and also understand the subject itself. So that's what you need. So there's a question here that say, good afternoon, please. Why do we have 80% of application questions for employment relations in PE2? Doctor, sir.
80%. Did you say 80% of application questions?
They will need to give us the metric.
Okay. Now let me also talk about this. When we are doing PE2, we're supposed to have a ratio of maximum of 10, 25, 35. That is, recall questions should be like about 10. Comprehension questions should be like 520, rather 520, 35. 5 recall, comprehension 20, and the rest one should be 25 questions should be
application.
However, because of the level of failure, the examiners, particularly for employment relations, decide to do 20, 20, 20. That is equal 15, 15, 15, 20. 15 recall, 15 comprehension, and 20 application. So you see that we try to make it as easy as we can, because like I mentioned earlier, that employment relation is more of an abstract subject. And we try to make it easy for the students. So sometimes we are surprised when the result comes and we're saying so much of failure in employment relations, because if you don't at least know the recall question, 15 recall questions, you should be able to score 13 out of it, because these are simple, straight questions from when was the Trade Union Ordinance of 1938? When was the restructuring of trade unions? 1978. When was those kind of questions? And of course, comprehension questions are also similar to that. It's only the comprehension questions that are 20 of them. So we expect that students should be able to answer at least 13 or 12 of the recall, and comprehension put together. You'll be able to score 30 out of the 50. So even if you fail all the application courses, application as subjects, you should be able to get at least enough to pass you. But I can assure you that then it's not 80%. Application questions there are not more than 20 for employment relations. In other subjects, there are more than that. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir, for the clarification. So, I think this session, we should be closing this session by 3. So that it seems we don't have much questions, and it's amazing that students are not using this opportunity to ask questions from our subject matter experts, because mind you, the experts that we brought here today are different from the your lecturers that are lecturing you at the study centers. So it's a rare opportunity that we brought here for the student community today. But we are not taking advantage of it. Oluwatoyin Akombi. Akombi? Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir.
Afternoon.
Yes, sir. I mistakenly pressed button.
Okay. Ifedayo Adekunle.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so please, I want to ask.
Please speak louder, please.
Okay, I want to ask. You said the exam pass questions, we can get them under which exam on the portal? Because I went to operation, I saw exam registration.
Not portal, website, not portal.
Okay.
So you're not supposed to log in with your username and password. Just go to CIPM.CIPMNigeria.org. So when you get to the home page, click on examination. So under examination, you see the past questions. Same place you get your study pack.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Aminat Akoni.
Good afternoon. So
Good afternoon.
I'm going to wait for the section for photo card so that I can lodge my own, can say mine then.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Blessing Okafor. Blessing Okafor. Please unmute and speak.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Please, I would love to know the taxonomy of intermediate 2, so that we'll follow the trend while reading.
Okay, when you say taxonomy, what do you mean by that?
Hello?
Hello, can you rephrase your question?
Yes, sir. Please, I would love to know the Bloom's taxonomy of intermediate 2, so that it can assist while reading.
Okay, so well, it varies by subject. So, Mr. Raid, please, we need your response on this.
Yeah, regarding the blue taxonomy, you are writing intermediate 2. Intermediate 2, right?
Yes, sir.
So
it is like semi to professional, like you are semi to the final. Well, you need to concentrate more, because the blue taxonomy for intermediate 2 are more of comprehension and application. They are more of comprehension and application. And you can't understand more of comprehension and application without recall. Because from recall, you graduate to comprehension, from comprehension, you graduate to application. But it's more of comprehension and application. The recall, the number of recall you see 15, 25, and 20. So it's more of comprehension and recall and application. the blue taxonomy for intermediate 2.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I don't know. TGA, who is this person? TGA.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so we were treating comparative HRM during the weekend on our tutorial, and the tutor said some questions on the past questions were more of P1 and 2. So I don't know if it was a glitch or a mistake. I don't know, but he said most of the questions on comparative HRM were more of P1 and 2. So I don't know if it's the syllabus issue. I don't know.
Okay, so when you say the questions are more of P1 and P2, comparative HRM is just 1 and it's in the intermediate 2. So is it saying that the questions are not from the syllabus of comparative HRM?
Yes, it was like these questions are. When he asked the question, you'd be like, this question is from recommendations. Next one, this question is from. So we were like, this is a mistake from. So I don't know if it is an error. I don't know.
Okay, so the lecturer tried to attempt such questions and discovered that by studying comparative HRM syllabus, you is unable to attempt such questions.
Yes.
So he was unable to solve the questions for you.
Yes, given the fact that it said these questions are not related to comparative HRM.
So could you have one of the questions here? You can read it out.
There were more than 5, so it was just like we should.
Can you read out at least one out of the questions? Can you read it out?
I didn't really take notes. That's the issue. Because he said like there were more of questions that we should just bring it up in any webinar we have next time.
Okay. Dr. Maybe do you want to?
Yes, I want to speak on that. Remember first, when we say comparative human resource management, we're looking at human resource management from different perspectives. Now, your class teacher, who is the facilitator for the center, what he should do first is to master the study pack. I'm sure he has not mastered the study pack and has come to teach comparative HRM. If he mastered the study pack, he will see that those questions are from, the study pack given to you. No examiner goes outside the study pack to set questions. Again, you can talk about the application question that will create scenarios. And those scenarios are based on what you have studied, what is in your study pack. It's just testing your understanding on how to apply those principles you have learned. That is the only question you're going to say that, oh, this one is not from the study pack, kind of. But every other question is from the study pack. So I will ask that CIPM, particular Sami, should take up this and liaise with the study center so that they also be advised that whoever they are bringing to teach our students should have good knowledge of the subject they are teaching. Like I said, let the person go back, take the study pack, and I'm sure you'll be able to realize that those questions are actually from the study pack and are comparative HRM questions.
Thank you, Dr. Dumebi, for that.
Yeah.
CGA. So, what you heard it from subject matter experts. Okay, so I'm going by the questions I was asking you before you came in to clarify. So the thing is this: if there are questions and your lecturer is saying that these questions and not from the syllabus of that particular subject. So did he attempt to solve these questions? Okay, so these are the questions you also need to ask yourself. So, but I think we might need to take this conversation further and out of this this webinar. So I will appreciate if you can send an email. Okay, so we take it from there. Send an email to exams@cipmnigeria.org. Okay, so state this the question, and probably if I can have the center's the name of the study center, let me have the name of the study center, then we take it off from there. So and also the questions, at least by then you should be able to have access to those questions. So please get these questions readily available in that email and send it. Then we'll look into it and get back to you. How about that?
So what's the email again, sir?
exams@cipmnigeria.org. So you check the chat box, we will drop it there for you.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you for bringing this up. Mr. Joseph Seidu. Mr. Joseph, please unmute and speak.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I honestly appreciate this time for this sensitization. Please, I want to ask, there's some question and some of our calculation, either statistic and all that may require little or calculation. In the process of the examination, are we allowed to use calculator and so that we can some of those things that require little calculation?
Okay, so the examination browser has an inbuilt calculator that you can make use of.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right. So for this session, you should be taking the last question, and that should be from Temitope Ogunleye. So Temitope Ogunleye, please unmute and ask your questions.
Please, can I speak?
Please, go ahead.
Okay, this is Saidat. So I just want the question I'm asking is regarding intermediate to public administration. So when it comes to application questions, like do they also make use of current affairs apart from the study pack? When it comes to the applications, do they make use of current affairs in Nigeria?
Okay, I'm sorry, please.
Definitely yes, because pop admin and leadership.
Okay, so it's not only what is covered in the study pack, so they also make use of current affairs. Thank you so much.
Hello. I want to because when you say current affairs,
yes, especially
yes,
that civil service, the topic on civil service.
Things that are happening, there could be a problem, for example, in civil service,
yes,
right? And somebody is asking, how can you solve the problem? But the principle is going to be from, you understand? The principle to solve that problem will be from the study pack. But the scenario created will be a current issue that is happening. Do you understand?
Okay.
Trade unions and the government, they are doing today's strike, tomorrow's strike, and the whole of that. And somebody is asking you to solve the problem. Of course, the answer, the solution is going to be from the study pack. But the issue we're discussing is the current issue that is going on. That is current affairs under application. Because application is how to use the principle knowledge you have to solve a particular problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sorry for the person that we're talking about comparative HRM, talking about questions being for, is it P2 and P1? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes. The person should realize, for example, the chapter 9 of the comparative HRM is talking about public sector initiative. Modern is the title is a global initiative and modern methods for the management of public corporations. And you're going to see topics like recruitment and selection, employment process, wages and salary administration, training and development. So these are also things you are going to see in human resource management 1 and 2. There's a topic here also on change management, but they are related to comparative studies. I don't know if the person understands what I'm saying. So you're going to see similar topics, but the focus are different.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Dumebi, for throwing more light on this question. So, Temitope Ogunleye, are you still there? Temitope Ogunleye, if you are there, please unmute. Okay, maybe she has left. Okay, so, well, you could see the scenario that just played out now. The question that was asked about using what was our word now? Current affairs, yes. So this has to do with application question. So for the fact that the current affairs issue or the scenario, you can't find them in the study pack or in the syllabus, that doesn't mean that such a questions can't be asked. So, but like what Dr. Maybe said, that the solution to such questions can be found in the materials. So, like if, for instance, if you are talking about recruitment process in the civil service, okay, so it's same thing as when you study recruitment and selection. So you once you're able to understand the process, so that when you are faced with a life scenario, you should be able to apply what you've learned in the life scenario. So that is that. I think we've been able to maximize this session and be able to attend, respond to questions. And I want to believe that we've learned new things from our subject matter experts. But before they leave, because they need to leave. So I just want them to give us their own closing remark while we excuse them, and then we continue and move to the next session. So I start with Mr. Rahid. So what do you have for the student community as your
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. In fact, I quite appreciate this session. Are you hearing me?
It's like you have two devices on.
Are you hearing me now?
Okay, yes, we are. You can mute one so that to reduce the echo.
So I want to appreciate the student and the institute. Please, this is a I want us all to understand that this is a professional exam, which is quite different from purely academic exams. You need to devote time, create time, then devote time for the institute examination whenever you are preparing for any diet, because it will go a long way. Devote time, create time, devote time, and again, don't stay away from the study part of the institute. So it will go a long way with you and assist you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Rahid. Dr. Dumebi.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Sam, and thank you to the students for attending the webinar. My own advice is always that, yes, for you to pass any exam, you have to study hard. You must create time. We know that everybody is busy, but you should be able to create time to study. And be assured that most of the questions, almost all the questions, will come from the study pack. but you have to understand whatever concept you are studying. It's when you understand this concept that you can apply them. If you don't understand the concept, you won't be able to apply them. Sometimes you see a question that is going to say something like, which of the following is the best solution? That means almost all the options will be solution to the problem, but they're looking at the best solution. So that means you have to be precise. So option A, B, C, and D are all solutions to the problem, but they're looking at the best solution, which is issue about case study. That when you are doing case study, for example, you have to first of all look at the case, state the case, then you have to identify the problem. When you analyze the case, that is the first step, then you begin to profess solutions. The fifth part of it, or the fifth stage, is now for you to pick the best solution. So a particular problem may have several solutions, but there's always the one that is considered the best solution. So you have to look at the question critically, look at the question, read it again and again for you to understand what the examiner is looking at for. Once you understand that and you understand the concept, you'll be able to apply them. As you go for your exam, I wish you all luck. Just do your best, and God will guide you. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Lai. Thank you, Dr. Dimebi. We sincerely appreciate you for this session, and I can see from the student community, they also expressing their appreciation to you because they really learned great new things from you. So, and we believe that next time we call and invite you, you will always be available for us. So at this point, you can just leave us while we continue, because we know you are very busy. Out of your busy schedule, we take you out to attend to us. I will not take that for granted. So thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. And do have
Thank
a
you
nice
so
day.
much, Jasper. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Bye, sir. Okay, so we're back to the other issues. We are through with the first segment of today's webinar. So concerning registration issue, timetable, photocard related issues. If you have your questions concerning that, you can raise up your hand. So before then, let me just share my screen with you for those who are finding it difficult to access the past questions. So it's a CIPM website. So as you can see my screen, here's the CIPM website, and under examination. So everything that has to do with examination, we have here. We have the study pack, we have the syllabus, examination syllabus. Then we also have the past questions. Same with the examination guideline. Let's go to the examination guideline first. So that's where we see the dates for the examination, the deadline date for the exam registration. And we can see here that please note that no provision for late registration or extension of exam registration period. So what this means is that come December 2nd, the portal and registration for the December diet will close. And so there won't be any provision to extend the registration period because the time is so short. Exam will be written on the 13th and 14th, and there are other activities that needs to be carried out before the main examination day. So please, if you are here to register for the examination, try as much as possible not to miss this deadline date. And also we have, from experience, some students will prefer waiting till the deadline day. Some it's okay, there's still time, but believe you me, there's no time. So the earlier the better. Once you have the resources available, just go ahead and make your payment, then you move on. I got a feedback from a student who said that he will not start reading for the examination until after he had made payments for the exam. So and that is not a good approach, because if you decide not to start preparing for the examination, or because you've not registered for the examination, and 2 weeks to the examination, you decide, okay, I want to register for the examination, and you go ahead and make payment, then within 2 weeks, what do you want to read, and how do you want to prepare within this short period? So my advice is, if you have the resources, please go ahead, make these payments, and then you move on to the next thing to do. So that's on this examination registration. Then here also, we also have the timetable. Okay, so you click on download. The general timetable for all the stages. Sorry, it's still loading. Okay, depending when it's come up. So then let me take you to the past questions. So here are the past questions that we have. We have for November 2021, then March 2022, December 2022. Here also we have March 2024, and then the latest one we have is June 2024. So for those who are asking for past questions, we've uploaded it and updated it to up to June 2024. And like I said, the difference between these June 2024 past questions and other past questions that have been uploaded on the website is that you take this as if you are taking the live examination. So you find a way, you try to tax your brain by taking the questions, and also if you want to time yourself, you can time yourself. And at the end of the process, you get to see your score. Okay, so you get to see your score, and anyone that you didn't do well, you can always go back and practice as many times as you can. So that's the beauty about these past questions for this June 2024 diets. Okay, so that is that on the past questions. Then let me now take you back to the timetable. Why is it still not coming up? Okay, let me check. Okay, please. So I'm trying to project the timetable. Okay, so this is the timetable for different level. So we got someone has a question that he registered for 2 subjects in intermediate 2, and then on his photo card is saying the 4 subjects. So if you register for intermediate 2, your timetable will come out in this format. So the 4 subjects will appear on your photo card, and just focus on the time and dates the subject you register for appears on the timetable. So for instance, if you register for learning and development and workforce planning, so on the timetable, learning and development will be taken on Friday by 9 a.m. Then workforce planning will be written on Saturday by 9 a.m. as well. So you just focus on this time. Mind you, for receipts, 1 reference. So this column is for candidates that failed just only 1 subject from the lower stage. So for instance, if an intermediate 2 students failed finance for human resource managers in the last diet and now want to register for intermediate 2 along with the one receipt. So this finance for human resource managers will be written at this time. That's why we have receipt 1 reference. So, but if you fail more than one subject, then you have to retake the subjects at the same time and dates. So for intermediate 1 student, we have 5 subjects here. So if you failed 2 subjects and passed 3, the system will allow you to register for the 2 subjects you failed. But if you failed 3 subjects and passed 2, for now, the system will tell you that you failed the entire course. So, but what you should do if you find yourself in such situation, send an email to exams@cipmnigeria.org. So you are expected to retake just the 3 subjects. So you can only rewrite the entire 5 subjects if you pass just only 1 subject. I repeat, in intermediate 1, we have 5 subjects. So if you pass just only 1 subject out of the 5 subjects, you'll be asked to retake the entire 5 subjects. But in a situation where you pass 2 subjects and fail 3, so you'll be asked to write just the 3 subjects that you failed. So same thing is applicable to intermediate 2 level. We have 4 subjects in intermediate 2. If you pass just only 1 subject out of 4, you will repeat the entire 4 subjects. That's for now. So maybe from next year, things might change. Then the same thing is applicable to P2, P1. So I think the issue on the study pack, the timetable is clear enough. So if you have more questions on that, you can please ask your questions. Aminat Akoni, unmute and ask your question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm actually it's about the photo card. I made the payment for my exam, and now up till now I can't print my photo card. I have sent a mail to exam@CIPM like almost 3 times now, complaining about the fact that I can't print my photo card. The error message is saying my payment, I have not completed my payment for the exam, and I sent a mail. I've even screenshotted the error message attached to the mail to them, but I've not gotten any response.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do you have your transaction reference number?
My what?
Transaction reference number.
Yeah, I actually paid manually. I paid through transfer to the bank.
Okay, you paid manually.
Yes. And I was sent the form to fill manually, which I did, and I scanned back. And the confirmation.
Okay, I think I've already addressed this issue when we started this webinar. So if you register manually,
yes, sir,
you have the business going to the portal to download photocard because your photocard will be sent to you manually.
Okay.
So the photocard download through the portal is only for anyone that made payment through the portal.
Okay.
So if you not pay through the portal, don't bother going to the portal to download your photocard.
Okay. And again, sorry, how soon would I now get my photo card?
When did you make the payment and when did you fill the form?
I made the payment last month.
When did you submit your form?
The second day they sent me the manual form.
Which was, can you remember the date?
No, I can't remember unless I go back to the mail.
Okay, so because as I speak to you now, with all the manual forms that we received as at last week Friday must have received their photocard sent to them via email. So if you have not received yours, well, we will check. So what I will advise you go back to your email. You can check your junk folder or your spam folder.
It's not there.
When last did you check?
Now.
Okay. What's your name?
Akoni Aminat.
Okay, so We will check this through the email. I will get back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
All right.
Judith Okwakwa. Hello, Judith. Hello, Judith. Okay, so I'm reading question from an anonymous attendee or comment or something that it said I've sent email to exams@cipm.org, but no response. So whoever that sent this, exams@cipm.org is not the correct email address. So the correct email address is exams@CIPM Nigeria, the Nigeria in full, .org. So probably you have been sending your email to the wrong email address, and there's no way we can receive your email. Then Adeshola Salome, please, I have one retake for PE2, which is advanced HR. My photo card shows the time for receipt. It's 11 a.m. on Friday. So can I write the exam by 9 a.m. on Friday? Okay, well, Adeshola Salome, as written on your timetable, your time for the exam is 11 a.m. However, if you log in by 9 and the system serves you your question, you can go ahead and take your question, your exam. Okay, so the thing is, we've tried as much as possible to make this exam flexible, because based on experience and feedback we've gotten from the students who have written the examination before now, usually the one we find that a lot of people try to log in at the same time, and if your network is not so strong at that particular time, you might have a bit of early challenge in logging in, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to log in. Okay, so but what we've done now is that we've make the exam flexible. You can, if you try to log in at that time and the system is not responding, or you're trying to upload your 360 environmental scanning and it's not responding, you can just take your time and come back later, because initially the exam period is supposed to be between 9 a.m. and 12 noon. So, but we made it 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. So you can come in by 3 p.m. to take your 9 o'clock paper. You can come in 1 o'clock to take your 10 o'clock paper. So, but be mindful of the time, 6 p.m. So if you have 30 papers to be written, and you will now say, because we've made the exam flexible, you now decide to go into the portal by 4 p.m. or by 5 p.m. Once it's 6 p.m., the system will automatically shut you out of the system, and whatever subjects you've written or the questions you've been able to attend are the ones that will be marked for you. So in this case, it's not a case of technical issue. Okay, I repeat, for the fact that we've made this exam flexible, you also need to be mindful of the time you go into the portal to register for the examination. If you have examination, 2 subjects to be taken, and 1 hour to 6 p.m., you logged into the portal and you're unable to complete your examination. Once the system shuts you out, then that means whatever number of subjects you've been able to attempt are the ones that will be marked for you. In that case, you will not be counted as technical issue. So I hope I'm able to clarify this, so that on the examination day, we don't start getting emails, start getting calls that in the middle of my examination, the system logs me out, whereas you didn't come in on time, and then the system logs you out, at the time when the exam is to be closed for the day. So please, let's be mindful. So I am Etin. You can ask your question. Etin.
Okay, thank you, sir. Once more. It's still on the photo card download. I want to know, I made my payment and it was confirmed that I've registered for the examination. But I've not gotten my photo card sent to me by mail.
Did you register manually?
No, not manually. I did online.
If you register online, you're supposed to download your photo card online.
No, I thought you said it will be sent to all by mail.
No, you need to get it straight. For those who registered manually means we send a manual form to you. You fill the form manually, you submit to us via email, you pay into the institute account. Okay, these are the candidates that registered manually. So, but in your own case, you said you made payments through the portal.
Yes.
Okay, so you are expected to download your photo card through the portal. So what have you done?
So I haven't downloaded that. So maybe you're going to give me a guide now how to do that.
Okay,
That's the first question.
Okay, let me just share my screen now for you to see how to do that. Okay, so these are accounts. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you click on operation. So you click on exam photo card. Hello, is that from
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, so this account that I'm using, you can see this person has not made payments. I just use it for you to see how to go about it. So you come here under operations, you click on exam photo card. So once you click on exam photo card, it will take you to the page where you download your exam photo card. And if you get this message that you need to pay outstanding due or you have not made payments and you are sure that you've completed your payments. So what you can also do for you to confirm your payment, there is an icon for a link for payment confirmation. Okay, so once you click on this, it takes you to this page. So you either verify your payment through your transaction reference number, or you can use the dates you made that payment. So once you have your transaction reference number, you enter your transaction reference number, you click on verify. So once you click on verify, it will show you the status of your payment. If your payment is showing pending, then you click on reprocess. So why will your payment show pending? At times, at the point when you're trying to close the payments, probably the network at that time is maybe slow, or there's a network downtime at that particular time, and you've been debited, but the payment couldn't move into the CIPM portal. So most times we see cases like that. So it will be showing pending. So all you need to do is come to this place and then click on reprocess. So once you reprocess it, it will reprocess your payment. And if the payments failed, it will tell you failed. And if you get a message that your payment failed, then you might need to reach out to your bank to request for a refund. So that's how it works. So Etin, are you clear? Hello, Etin, unmute, please. Okay, so.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So the second question, I'm attending for the upcoming diet, for the next diet. I'm attending this the webinar for the first time. I know you've had two already. I don't know if the institute has changed from CloudView exam browser to another one. Just want to know so that it has changed. I know that I have it. So,
Okay, so the browser it still remains the same with the one we used in September diet examination. So if your last examination was in September 2024, then
I didn't partake in the September diet. My last diet.
Okay, so if you didn't partake in the September diet exam, so that means you might not have the updated browser. So did you receive an email for this webinar?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so go to that email. The link to download the Tavi browser is there. So follow the instructions there, download it, and if you have any Slave Exam browser installed on your laptop that you used previously, please uninstall it and delete it from your system. Just download the ones that we have in the email that was sent to you. Okay. Amarachi Umpo. Please speak up. Hello, Amarachi. If you are speaking, we can't hear you. Hello, Amarachi, are you there? Ade Fabi Mercy. Please unmute and speak.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, I registered for last diet. I had technical issue, so I was sent a manual form to fill, which I'll fill as submitted, but I've not gotten any response. I've sent a reminder.
When did you submit it?
I submitted 2 weeks ago, and I sent a reminder yesterday.
Okay, so we will look into that and send your phone call to you if it has not been sent.
Concerning if I want to do change of name, how will I go about it?
Okay, so I will advise if you want to do change of name, you wait after the examination, or probably when you are done with your examination. So,
Okay,
but
when I'm done.
But you can still commence the process. You can send your evidence of change of name and send with your student number to membership@cipmnigeria.org, and also copy exams@cipmnigeria.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Pamela Okome.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so it's similar to what the last person just asked. I had initially, I think sometime in September, October, I initially requested for a change of name, and I also attached a supporting document. I sent it to exams, ICT, and then membership, all in copy of the email. But I haven't gotten any positive response as such. So no one is saying anything, even when I have called the official line. No one is saying anything about it. But I had to also ask on the Telegram group, and someone said the change of name would not be effective until around the induction time. So, sir, I would need more clarity on it, because if it's something like that, maybe either ICT, exams, or membership should have just sent a mail to that effect. Thank you, sir.
Okay, first, I would like to apologize for not getting response to your email. Okay, so maybe it might have been an oversight. Okay, so but the thing is, for change of name, well, it's actually not affects why you are writing examination. It usually matters at the point when you're being inducted, so that it will show on your certificates. So, but that doesn't mean that we still can't process it. Okay. So, what I can advise you to do now, can you please send a reminder today? So exams
Okay,
at
sir.
September. Yeah, so I
sent a reminder 5 days ago. I should still send again today.
okay, please do that.
All right, sir.
So your name is Pamela Okome. Is that the same name we have in that email?
Yes. So it was what I registered was my surname. What I registered with was Isu, ISU, but I want a change of name to Okome.
Okay, so then let me confirm the email address you sent to. Can you read out one of the email addresses to be sure that the email address is correct?
Okay, sir. Please just hold on, sir. Okay, so I sent to membership at cipmnigeria.org, and then I copied exams at cipmnigeria.org, and then ICT at cipmnigeria.org.
Okay. Okay. So we will look into it. So apologies once again for that.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. So Oluwatosin Oyeleyin.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay, it's about the View browser that you talked about.
Yeah.
I used it recently. I know it has to do with Dragnet, and it was a very sad experience. So you spoke to Etim now. That's the one that was sent to us via this link that we should download that. And you also mentioned that it's open till 6 p.m. So I need explanation on that. Are you saying that from 9 a.m., the exam is scheduled from 9 a.m. to 11? But if you have issues, like, because the experience I've had with that browser is once you log in during exams, it can just log you out, or you won't be able to click on anything. So you'll have to close it and start the operation all over again. That identification, the exam, what's the environmental survey and all that. Then you continue the exam, it logs you out again, and the whole process. So are you saying now that if there's any issue like that, that link is still open to 6 p.m. for you to finish your exam for that day?
Yes. Okay, so just to clear, not to confuse other students on the call. So where was your last examination?
For which one? Using the Tower, not with CIPM. It was a different exam.
I'm talking about CIPM exam. I'm not talking about that exam.
This is my first time doing a CIPM exam.
Okay, so this is your first time using writing CIPM exam.
Yes, please.
Okay, so the TabView browser for the CIPM exam, Dragnet is our technology partner, so probably it might be the same, but just go with the link that we sent to you. Okay. So be sure that you are getting the right link, and you are using the correct TabView browser for the CIPM examination. Okay. So if your examination is scheduled for 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., for instance, and at the point when you try to log in by 9 a.m., you find it difficult to log in, maybe due to network. And mind you, the fact that the system throws you out of the system, of the browser, not doesn't mean that the browser is not working. Another thing we also need to look at or be mindful is the network, the strength of your network. At times, if your network strength is not strong enough, the system might not really respond to you, and at that point it might be slow and throw you out. But it's not. I'm not sure we're not going to have such in this December that it was the way the browser should operate is, even if your network is not so strong, the moment you log into the examination browser and you've commenced taking your examination, you still allow you to continue with your examination, but it will notify you that you are offline. Okay, so yes, it will notify that you are offline. So at the point when you want to submit your examination, if you are not back online, then you will not be able to submit your script. So that's it. Why you need to be sure that you have a strong network. And why I advise that we will leave the, why I said that we will leave the exam browser open till 6 p.m. is because of cases like this. Okay, so sometimes it might be the student network, and at times it might be a genuine technical glitch. Okay. So that's why if you fall into this category of a genuine technical glitch, you could as well come back around maybe when there's less pressure on the browser. Then by then you're able to take your examination. Then another thing you also need to look into a factor is your laptop itself. Is it compatible enough to use the browser? So these are the things you need to to take note of. But however, the next webinar, which is likely to come next week, we'll be inviting Dragnet Solution.
Okay.
Yes, so their representative will be here to guide and advise the student community on how to make use of the browser, and if there are any issues you experience in the past, you can always bring them and then you get a response to your complaints.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Florence Politz.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Please unmute. I think you are muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, my question is about the timing of the examination, which is supposed to be 1 hour. Is there a way that the time can be increased from maybe 1 hour to 1 hour, 30 minutes, for the sake of those of us that will be writing calculation courses?
Okay, so the time for each subject is 1 hour. So there's no way we can extend or increase the time allotted for each subject.
Okay, thank you.
Ezekiel Onyemola. Ezekiel Onyemola, please unmute and speak. Hello, Ezekiel, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. It's about what you said, sir, that some people will start examination by 4 o'clock, and in the situation whereby they have 2 examinations, they won't be able to finish their examination by 6 o'clock. Sir, in my last diet, sir, that was, hello?
Go on, please.
Can you hear me, sir? In my last diet, September diet, sir, I started my examination earlier, but I had challenges. The site kept hanging. So and what was it called? And the Telview browser kept logging me out. So I kept on logging in. Hello, sir.
I'm with you. Go on.
Yes, sir. I kept on trying again until after 4 that I was able to log in finally. When I was attempting my questions, I got kicked out again. That was to 6 o'clock, to 6 in the evening. So I called the Dragnet customer care and they told me to log in back. When I was logging in, I was told that the examination had closed.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That was so big. I started earlier. Hello?
Okay. So, okay.
I started early, but the system was hanging. I was logging out, logging in back. According to the Dragnet customer care, they told me to start to log out, refresh my system, which I was doing for almost 6 hours.
Okay. Okay. So I've gotten your question. So the thing is this. There are different reasons why you could have those challenges. Like the last call, the last speaker that you explained to, there are some factors that could bring about the system logging you in and out. Okay, and then
yes, sir.
We also know that there are some students who actually wrote this examination without any issue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there are different factors, okay, so that could warrant the system logging you out, in and out. One, the fundamental factor could be the strength of your network and your location. Okay, so sometimes if you have a network that is working and your location is not working very well in your location, you may have an issue with that. Okay, so for instance, in your office, maybe you are using an MTN, for instance. I'm just citing an example. In your office,
Okay,
MTN is so strong in your office, but when you stay in your house, MTN is not very strong there. So that doesn't mean that MTN is a bad network. Okay,
yes,
so
sir.
it has to do with the location where you reside and where you're making use of that network at that particular point in time. So that's how technology that uses data, internet works. So if you are in a location that is the network is not so strong enough, okay, so you may have experienced this kind of issue. Okay, but that doesn't mean that at times the browser itself might not have its own technical glitch. Okay, so
yes, sir. Okay, sir.
there are some genuine technical glitch during the examination, whereby there are some artificial technical glitch. Okay, so
yes, sir.
what I would just advise you is that if you're having this kind of issue, try to change your network. Okay, and also look at the network. I mean, the laptop. Be sure that your laptop also is compatible with the browser. Okay, so that's another advice I will give you. If the system is logging you out and you have another laptop you can make use of, if you have tried different network, you can also try another laptop. Okay, so that's how it works.
Okay, sir. In the last, I used 4 different network: MTN, Glo, Etisalat, and what is it called?
9 Mobile.
Etisalat, 9 Mobile. I used 4 different network.
Okay.
Yes, it's not network issue, and they did not reschedule me for that particular course. They asked me to pay because it hanged when I got to question number 31.
Okay.
Which I sent. I started sending email maybe around 11 o'clock in the morning and making some calls. I made some calls that day too. They were walking me through some steps, which some did not work, some worked halfway. That is just by the way, but not that. Hello, sir.
I'm with you, go on, please.
What I'm trying to say is that some of us did not start by 4. We did not start by 4. It was the network issue, and we were unable to finish. It is the fault is not from our own end, but we are being penalized for it.
Okay. Okay,
yes,
that's noted. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so let me go to the Q&A. we have some questions here. So anonymous attendee is asking that, please, aside that link sent with the invitation for this webinar, can a link please be sent for us to download the new TabView browser, because the laptop I want to borrow doesn't have any Gmail logged in. Well, anonymous attendee, the link that we sent you is the same link that you will use to download this browser. So if the laptop you want to borrow for the examination doesn't have a Gmail, just copy this link and find a way to paste it or save it on that laptop. You can copy this link and save it on a Word document and save it and move it to the laptop you want to make use of. Just try to launch it on that laptop. So it's the same link that you are going to make use of. So even if you send you another link to download this browser, and the laptop you want to make use of, you can't access the link through that the laptops. So how do you plan to make use of to write the examination? So please try and get a way around it. So Miracle Ogbene, sorry. So I have to print the photo card and snap and upload, or we print and audit on the day of the examination. I really need to be clarified on this. Secondly, I'm hearing browser. Are we not going to write the exam using Chrome browser? And how do we assess? Okay, so I think Miracle, we have a lot of questions that you're asking. So for this examination, we have a unique browser. Okay, it is called TabView browser that we use for the examination. And this browser, so you all know, this is an online examination whereby you can write it anywhere in the world. So, but for us to be sure that you are writing the examination in a conducive environment, that's why we make provision for this browser. So you are supposed to download this browser. So check your laptop, your email. There's a link for this browser. Download it, install it, and close it. Okay. So on the issue of photo card, you are supposed to download your photo card and save it on your laptop that you want to use on the examination day. Or better still, you can print it, and on the exam day, during your environmental scanning, just snap the photo card, show it to your webcam and take a picture of it, then you upload. So you are good to go for the examination. So that's how it works. So Sarah is asking, please upload past questions for HR metrics, PE1. We have past questions for all subjects on the website. All subjects. We have 24 subjects. Past questions for these subjects are available on the website. Please, please go to the website. Sarah is there. If you can send the screenshots if you feel that the past questions are not there. I'm showing my screen right now to show you where you can find the past questions on the website. Probably you are using the wrong link. So here is the CIPM website. So if you are there, Sarah, and these are past questions. These are past questions on the website. So this is PA1. I'm clicking on PA1 now. This is PA1, and these are the subjects: advanced HRM1, presentation skills, HR metrics. So this is HR metrics that you claim that is not there. This is HR metrics. So this is the past question of HR metrics. So you take the past questions. So We have past questions for all subjects on the websites. Sarah, oh, sorry, Shola Kolawole. So you can ask your question.
Yes, sir.
Shola.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I will just have a question, and I have two reactions to based on my last diet. That's the September diet I wrote. My question is, I'm only having a receipt. I'm not doing intermediate 2 exam. I only want to do the receipt. So, but then on the timetable, I'm seeing Friday. So I don't know if it's an option for me to choose any of the days, or I had to go with, and then the time also. According to the timetable I saw there, and it was around 11 or 12. So I don't know if it's something I can do maybe by 9 or any time, since I'm only writing the receipt. And I can also
Have you
choose
registered for the exam?
I told you that I've been having issues with the payment. It's bringing an annual fee for me. But then tomorrow I'll be able to check again, and hopefully I'll register tomorrow.
Okay. So once you were able to make payments and you download your photo card, if it's just only one receipt you want to take, you will see the time for the subject on your photo card.
Okay, so I have to go by the time and the day.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Undidi. Undidi. Adenikinju. Rhoda, Dada.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Who is speaking?
Okay, I even had to.
Is that Ndidi or Rhoda?
Ndidi.
Okay. Go on, please.
Okay, please I want to ask, if one is unable to, that if I'm unable to meet the deadline to make payment and then register for the intermediate 2 diet, is it possible to do that in the month of March 2025 and still have my admission given this year secured?
Yes.
Okay. And one more thing, please. I've not been receiving emails of what do you call it now? I've not been receiving emails. So to this session we're having, someone had to send it via the group. I don't know why. I usually receive before, but I don't know what happened.
Okay, so if you have not been receiving email from CIPM, please send an email to exams@cipmnigeria.org so I can include it in the mailing list.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
So Rhoda.
Exactly.
Good afternoon.
So my question is concerning the View browser. I didn't write for September. So I'm on it currently, and for Windows, because I'm using Windows, it says click here to download the examination browser. Am I just to click on it or copy it to another new browser and download it?
Click on it.
Okay. After I clicked on it and it downloaded, it took me to a white blank page that I had to restart my system. So I don't know why.
You have to do what?
I had to restart my system because I couldn't do anything again. After I clicked on it and I downloaded it, it just took me to
Did you install it after you downloaded it?
No, it didn't bring the option of installing.
Okay, so is your laptop Windows 10?
Yes, it's with me.
Is it Windows 10? Windows 10.
Yes, Windows 10.
Okay, so you can maybe you have someone an IT person there who can guide you on how to install it on your laptop.
Okay.
Because ordinarily, once you download it, it will ask you to install it. So you follow the process of installing. Once you install it, then you close it.
Okay, so I'll just click on the click to download the examination browser and that's all.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Inneka will be okay. Inneka, please speak up. Hello, Inneka, if you are speaking, we can't hear you. Shidebere Naji.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I have a question related to there was a person that talked about trying to contact CIPM customer care when facing the exam. So I'm written through diet now. I want to write this December diet as the last one. So on the first diet, I was so scared because I was unable to. I know that was when the switch happened. I tried to call all the customer care. Nobody was speaking. So I want to make an appeal. Is it possible to have more people on standby in case things like this happen? Because not being able to contact anybody and then just stay on your own in your home trying to understand what's going on, it can be quite something like scary.
Okay, this is noted.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, FHU. Amarachi.
Hello, please, sir, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good afternoon. Okay, my question is, I made a payment. I went inside the bank to pay. So, because on the portal, I saw 56,900. So the teller said I should pay 200 naira bank charge. That's 700. So I went to my CIPM portal to check because it was not reflected. I could not download my photo card. It was showing 57,600. I had to send the mail to exams at CIPM. They said I should complete the payment. So I had to pay additional 500. But still on my CIPM portal, it still showed me that I have not paid, that I cannot download my photo card. I've not made the payment. I've sent email to exams at CIPM. They've not responded to the mail since yesterday.
Okay, so do you know the process on how to pay through e-transact?
No, I had to go to the bank, inside the bank to pay.
Okay, and after that, what else?
So after that, I sent a mail because I was still unable to download photo card. They said I was meant to pay 57,600. So I went to pay additional 500 into the bank. Up to now, I can still not download photo card because it still shows on my portal that I have not paid.
It's because you've not completed the process.
I just
So when you
completed this.
let me explain to you.
Okay.
So if you want to pay through e-transact,
Okay.
so the first thing is you go to your portal, you click on e-transact option for you to get the exact amount to pay. So you take the exact amount to the bank.
Yeah.
And making payments.
I want to fix. I want to fix
Can I please
500,000.
I'm listening to you, sir.
What rate are we
Okay.
going to give them?
So once you made that payment at the bank will generate a confirmation order number. Did you get any confirmation order number from the bank?
Yes, yes.
They just actually advise them.
So the confirmation order number is what you take back into your portal to complete the payment process. So you need to go and key in.
How do I do it now? Since I've already paid, which confirmation order will I use? Is it the 700 or the 500? Which one will I use now to pay
You
into
are
the
using both.
portal?
You are using both this time. So you do it one
Okay.
after the other.
Okay. Because one last thing, when I paid that first one, I was trying to use that confirmation order. It was not bringing anything because I had to go to the bank because trying it on my own, I was having a lot of difficulties.
It's simple. So what you would do, so once you get to your portal, you click on e-transact. So when you click on e-transact, then you click on proceed to make payments, and then enter the confirmation order number. The moment you click on enter the confirmation order number and click on add, to show the amount, the value you paid. Okay, so once it shows the value you pay, then you enter the order, the 500 naira. So once you enter that, then you click on complete payments. So automatically it will accept your payments, the two payments.
I'm trying to do it now, but okay. Just that they don't reply on that mail when we send mail. If not, I will not even raise the option.
We reply emails. We have a lot of emails. Probably we don't get into your email.
Okay.
So once you get your mail, you get your response.
Thank you, sir. I'll keep trying.
Okay, so at this point, I think we started this webinar by 2, and this is 4:13, almost 2 hours 15 minutes. So we want to appreciate everyone that's participated in today's webinar. My colleagues who are on this call, Emeke, Mudupe, thank you for your background work. And also to our esteemed students community and our study center operators. We appreciate you for taking our time to be part of today's webinar. We know that we can't complete the conversation, and today we always continue to have this conversation. That's why we have the Telegram group and other channels where we can send in our complaints. So if you're having issues or you have any complaints, please send to exams@cipmnigeria.org. You can also use the Telegram group and drop your comments or your complaint there. We might not respond to you immediately, but we will definitely get to you and respond to you, give you a response. Also, then, like I said earlier, by next week, there's going to be another webinar next week. And this webinar will involve technology partner, that's Dragnet. So I want to encourage as many as students that can join this session, please, because I know today's turnout is not that much. But next week, let's try as much as possible to be part of next week's session, because Dragnet will be coming to address a lot of complaints from the students. So someone saying that I've not addressed. Sarah, I've attended to you several times. I've done the presentation for you. Please, if you need other things, send an email. We'll take it up from here. Okay, so at this point, I want to thank you all, and I wish you all the best in preparing for your examination. Bye for now.